Hello everyone, welcome to the new session of Important Breeds in Poultry Part 2. So in this session, we are going to study about types of Indian pure breeds. Okay, so different types of Indian pure breeds in poultry, breeds of poultry and the breeds from the Directorate of Poultry Research, that is ICAR. Okay. So this is the index for this particular session. So the first one is Kari Priya layer. So the first egg at 17 to 18 weeks. So when the bird becomes 70 to 18 weeks of old, then they can lay egg. 50% production at 150 days. Peak production at 26 to 28 weeks. When the bird becomes 26 to 28 weeks old, then there is a peak production of egg, and the livability of grower, that is 96%, and the layer is 94%. Kari Priya layer, egg weight, that is 54 gram. Weight of one egg is 54 gram. Egg production peak is 92%, and hen housed to 72 week more than 270 eggs. Egg size is average and egg weight is 54 gram. Kari Sonali layer. This is also one of the breed and it's also commonly known as Golden 92. First egg at 18 to 19 weeks. 50% production at 155 days. Peak production at 27 to 29 weeks. So the bird become 27 to 29 weeks of old, then there is a peak production of the egg. Livability of grower is 96% and the layer is 94%. Egg production peak, that is 90%. Hen house to 72 week more than 265 eggs. And egg size is average and egg weight is 54 gram. Kari Devendra, a medium-sized dual-purpose bird. So this is a medium-sized bird. Efficient feed conversion, high positive return over the feed cost. So there is a chance of high positive return. Okay, if we compare to the feeding cost, superiority over the other stock, and low laying house mortality. Body weight is at the case of 8th week is 1700, that is 1700 to 1800 gram. Age at sexual maturity, that is 155 to 160 days. So when they become 155 to 160 days, they are sexually mature. Annual egg production is 190 to 200. Broilers. Caribou Vishal, these are some of the species or these are some of the breed of broilers, that is Caribou Vishal, Kari Rainbow, Caribou Dhanraja and Caribou Mrityunjay. So they are very common broilers. Caribou Vishal, that is Caribou 91. Weight at day old, that is 43 gram. Weight at 6 week, that is 1650 to 1700 gram. So when the bird becomes 6 week old, this is the weight. Weight at 7th week, it is 2100 to 2200 gram. Dressing percentage 75%, liability percentage 97 to 98%. Food conversion ratio at 6 weeks is 1.94 to 2.20. Kari Rainbow B77, weight at 1 day old, so 41 gram. When the bird is at 1 day, it is 41 gram. After a week, that is 6 weeks, then it is 1300 gram. Weight at 7 weeks, 1600 gram. And dressing percentage is 73%. Liability percentage 98 to 99 and feed conversion ratio 6 weeks is 2.3. Caribro Dhanraja. This is multicolored. So we can see here this particular bird, that is they are multicolored. Weight a day old 46 gram. Weight at 6 week 1600 to 1650 gram. Weight at 7 weeks 2000 to 2150 gram. Dressing percentage 73%, livability percentage 97 to 98%. Feed conversion ratio at 6 week is 1.90 to 2.10. So this is one of the broilers, Caribro Dhanraja. Next is Caribro Mrityunjay, that is Kari naked neck. Weight at day old 42 gram. Weight at 6 week 1650 to 1700 gram, and weight at 7 weeks, that is 2000 to 2150 gram. Dressing percentage 77%, livability percentage 97 to 98%. Feed conversion ratio at 6 week is 1.9 to 2. Quails. Japanese quails have created a big impact in the recent years, and many quails farms have been established throughout the country, both for egg and meat production. So this particular quails are dual purpose bird. So they are used for both egg and meat production. And there are established many quails farm. Okay, so it is due to the fact that increasing consumer awareness for the quality of meat. So they are consumed nowadays. The following factors which made quails farming as economically viable and technically feasible. Very short generation time interval means the new individual become mature at a short duration of time. Quails are very robust to disease. So disease cannot cause easily to them. No vaccination is also required. So no vaccination requirement is there. They are robust to disease. So that is why it is easy to maintain these quails in the farm. The following factors which made quails farming as economically viable and technically feasible are low space requirement. For this bird, there is a less requirement of space, easy to handle, and early maturity. Very high laying intensity. Females start laying at an age of 42 weeks. So they can lay egg intensity. In the case of female, they have been seen. Kari Uttam. Hatchability on total egg set, that is 60 to 76%. Weight at 4 weeks 150 grams. So this particular bird is at 4 weeks it is 150 gram. Weight at 5 weeks it is 170 to 190 gram. Feed efficiency at 4 week is 2.51, and feed efficiency at 5th week is 2.80. Daily feed consumption is around 25 to 28 gram. Kari Ujjwal. Hatchability on the total egg set is 65%. Weight at 4 weeks is around 140 grams. So at 4th week, the bird is around 140 gram. At the 5th week, it is 170 to 175 gram. Feed efficiency at 5th week is 2.93, and daily feed consumption is 25 to 28 gram. Kari Pearl. Hatchability on the total egg set 65 to 70%. Weight at 4th week, that is 120 gram. Daily feed consumption 25 gram. Age at 50% egg production, that is 8 to 10 week, and hen day production 285 to 295 eggs. So how much egg one individual can produce is this much. Gunya fowl. Gunya fowl are highly free moving birds, okay, and best suited for the marginal and small farmers. So the marginal and small farmers, they can consume this particular bird, and it is very common also. 3 available varieties are Kadambari, Chitambari and Swetambari. So 3 different varieties of the Gunya fowl are seen. Special features of this bird: hardy birds suitable to any agroclimatic condition. So they can be seen or they can be grown in any agroclimatic condition. So resistance to many common disease of the chicken. So this is also one of the feature. Okay. So this particular bird is resistant to many common disease to the chicken. No requirement of elaborate and expensive housing to them, and excellent foraging capabilities. Consumes all non-conventional feed not used in chicken feeding. So they can use non-conventional feed, means they can eat what chicken cannot eat. Chicken eating is very specific, okay, and they can eat non-conventional food. So it is very easy to handle them. More tolerant to mycotoxin and aflatoxin. So they are tolerant to these toxic material even. Okay. So hard eggshell provide minimum breakage and long keeping quality. So their eggshell are very hard. So there is a less chances of breakage and long keeping quality also. Gunya fowl meat is rich in vitamin and low in cholesterol. So the people who are having high cholesterol can consume, and they are rich source of vitamin also. Production characteristics: weight at 8 weeks 500 to 550 gram, weight at 12 weeks is 900 to 1000 gram, and age at first egg 230 to 250 day, and average egg weight is 38 to 40 gram. Egg production in one laying cycle from March to September, that is 100 to 120 eggs in this one egg laying cycle, that is from March to September. They can lay 100 to 120 eggs. Fertility rate is 70 to 75%, and hatchability on the fertile egg set is 70 to 80%. So they are having high hatchability on the fertile eggs. Kari Virat, broad-breasted white type. Turkey is marketed as a broiler at approximately 16 weeks of age, when hens usually reach a live weight of about 8 kg of tons weight, approximately 12 kg. Smaller fryer roasters can be produced by the slaughtering at an early age as per the demand of the local market. So they are broad-breasted white type of hen, and Turkey is marketed as a broiler as approximately 16 weeks of age, and when hens usually reach a live of about 8 kg, and so they weight around 12 kg. Now, breeds from the Directorate of the Poultry Research, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Hyderabad. So there are different breeds developed at the center, that is breed from the Directorate Poultry Research in Hyderabad. So there is 4 particular breed, that is Gramapriya, Sindhi, Vanaraja and Krishi Bro. So these are the 4 different breeds. Gramapriya. It is a layer type variety and was developed for free range farming in rural and tribal areas. So it was a layer type of variety, means they are the egg layers, and was developed for free range of farming in the rural and the tribal areas. So this particular breed was developed in the rural and tribal areas. The bird has the production potential of 230 to 240 eggs in a year and can lay 160 to 180 eggs in free range condition. So they are having a potential of 230 to 240 egg laying, and in normal free range condition they can produce 160 to 180 eggs. And this is at a minimum supplementary feeding. No particular feeding is required to them. The males weigh around 1.2 to 1.5 kg at 15 weeks of age and suitable for tandoori preparation. So the male of this particular breed can be used for meat production. The bird has colored plumage and lays bigger, that is 57 to 59 gram, and brown eggs. Their eggs are brown in color. It is hardy and livability is high. The rural and tribal farmers of many states are being profited by this particular variety. So when the farmers are having the Gram Priya, so they are having lots of profit. Next is Sindhi. Sindhi is a dual purpose variety for the rural poultry production. Sindhi has an optimum body weight and the better egg production. So they are having optimum body weight and egg layers also. So they are used for the egg production. It was evaluated twice for full length of production cycle of 72 weeks at the Directorate of Poultry Research Farm. So it was evaluated twice time for full length of production cycle to know the production cycle, that is around 72 weeks. So its production cycle is 72 weeks. The juvenile body weight at 6 weeks of age is 650 gram and male weight 2,353 gram at 15 weeks of age. So the age at sexual maturity was 161 days. So they become sexually mature at the age of 161 days. The egg production up to 40 weeks of age was 90 eggs, and annual egg production is around 220 eggs under intensive system of rearing. So at intensive system of rearing, they can produce 228 eggs. The survivability was more than 95%. Subsequently, the variety was evaluated under the field conditions in Tripura, Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so different varieties were evaluated in this particular field, that is Tripura, Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh state. In the backyard, the juvenile body weight at 6 weeks is of around 500 to 550 gram. At the age of sexual maturity, that was around 170 to 175 days. The egg production up to 40 weeks of age was around 55 to 60 eggs, and the bird has potential to lay 140 to 150 eggs per year under the backyard condition. Silent feature under the rural backyard: multicolored plumage, long shank, colored and the bigger eggs. So they are having bigger eggs, 53 to 55 eggs, 55 gram. Juvenile between 500 to 550 gram at 6 weeks. Early maturing, that is around 175 days. So they get early mature. Annual egg production is around 150 eggs per year. One Raja, that is the third breed. Suitable bird for the backyard farming in the rural and the tribal areas, developed by the Project Directorate on the Poultry, ICAR, Hyderabad. It is a multicolored dual-purpose bird with an attractive plumage. So they are having a very different attractive plumage, and it has a better immune status against the common poultry disease and is adaptable to the free range rearing. So this is one of the advantage to have this particular breed, that they are immune to commonly poultry diseases that is very commonly spread to the poultry. and they are adaptable to the free range rearing even. Vanaraja males attain moderate body weight, that is at 8 weeks of age under the regular feeding system, and the hen can lay eggs 160 to 180 eggs in a laying cycle. So in one laying cycle they can lay 160 to 180 eggs. Due to their relatively light weight and long shank, these birds are capable to protect themselves from the predators, which are otherwise a major problem observed in the birds reared in the backyards. So they are lightweight comparatively, and they are having long shank. Okay, so this helps them to protect from the predators. Krishi Bro. This is the fourth breed developed by the ICAR, developed by the Project Directorate on Poultry, ICAR Hyderabad, multicolored commercial broiler chicks. So they are also multicolored. Attain body weight by 6 weeks of age with less than 2.2 feed conversion ratio. The survivability of this particular bird is up to 6 weeks of age is around 97%. These birds have attractive color plumage and are well adapted to the tropical weather condition. So they are more suitable to the tropical weather condition. So in our country, they can have a proper adaptation. The commercial Krishibro has highly resistance against the common poultry disease like Ranikhet and infectious bursal disease. So these are the two very common diseases in the case of birds. So this particular breed, that is the Krishibro, is highly resistant to this. Advantage: hardy, well adapted, and better survivability. Okay, so this is all about this session. Okay, so we have completed this important breeds in poultry with this Krishibro. Thank you very much.